A Supreme Court ruling earlier this year gives local governments the authority to ban people from sleeping and camping in public places. Critics say the ruling does nothing to solve the homelessness crisis. In tonight's Eye on America, CBS's Adam Yamaguchi takes us to Los Angeles, where the mayor has launched a program that could provide a long-term solution.
This is Coley King's mobile exam room.
We want to be there for them.
4 days a week in Los Angeles, the street doctor with the Venice Family Clinic makes house calls to those without homes.
We saw you, and really the last time was 2021. And then after that, we kind of lost track. We lost contact, so here you are.
53-year-old Melissa is one of more than 45,000 people experiencing homelessness in the city of Los Angeles.
There are patients that suffer from very serious medical illnesses. There are patients that have schizophrenia, have HIV. So I think there's urgency from everyone to solve this.
Nearly half of all Americans living on the streets are here in California, where there was roughly one shelter bed for every 3 people who needed one last year.
It's time to move with urgency at the local level to clean up these sites.
Earlier this year, leaders like California Governor Gavin Newsom were empowered to take action in clearing encampments after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that cities could ban people from sleeping outside.
There are no longer any excuses.
Easy to say, perhaps, but the reality is more complicated.
The goal has got to be to solve the problem.
Karen Bass is the mayor of Los Angeles.
Our problem here is we don't have enough housing. We need to build. We need to purchase buildings.
And that's where she's focused, getting people off the streets and into shelter that up until now did not exist. She's doing it by leveraging empty motels and city-owned properties with the goal of moving people indoors urgently and clearing encampments permanently.
You don't solve anything by clearing an encampment and just moving them to the next street.
So far, since 2022, her Inside Safe program has brought more than 3,000 people indoors from over 60 encampments. And the city has seen a drop in street homelessness.
This area right here, many months ago, was filled with tents. And you can imagine what family wants to bring their kids here right there if this is filled with tents and you're afraid of the people that are here. And look at it now.
Jessica has been unsheltered since 2019. Just days after we met her, she was placed in interim housing.
I should be able to get some more rest, but this has been very stressful.
Others, like Brian, are still waiting.
It's hard to be on camera showing this.
We're dealing with massive numbers, so it is going to take a while. I wish I could tell you that on this date, this problem would be ended. I can't do that. But what I do know is that if we continue along with the trajectory that we're headed on, we will be able to solve this problem.
It's an approach that could also solve a problem for Dr. King.
You may lose contact with people unless there's a plan in place.
Absolutely. We may lose them, and we may lose them forever because they are that sick. I have faith that here we're already on that pathway to try to do this the right way.
A crisis decades in the making, changing one day, one life at a time. For Eye on America, I'm Adam Yamaguchi in Los Angeles.